According to early Christian theology, especially writings attributed to Pseudo-Dionysius, angels are grouped into three spheres, each with three ranks.
The third sphere, the ones who watch the earth. Above the noise of cities and the rise and fall of kingdoms, the third sphere moved quietly. First were the principalities, unseen rulers assigned over nations. When leaders stood at the edge of decisions that could shape millions of lives, a silent influence stirred wisdom or restrained chaos. Then came the archangels, chief messengers of heaven. When history needed a turning point, heaven sent its voice. Like Michael, the archangel, the warrior who stands in defense, and Gabriel, the messenger who delivers divine announcements. And closest of all, the angels. They walked beside ordinary people. They guarded children crossing streets. They strengthened the weak during unseen battles. They whispered courage when fear tried to win. One night, as a nation's leader wrestled with a choice, a principality stood watch. In the shadows of spiritual warfare, an archangel prepared if needed. And beside a young girl praying for her family's safety, a simple angel knelt quietly. Different ranks, different assignments, but one mission: to carry out the will of heaven on earth. And while humanity slept, the third sphere remained awake.
The second sphere, the governors of heaven. Beyond the reach of human sight, above the angels who walk the earth, there stands the second sphere, the heavenly governors. They do not walk among cities. They do not whisper beside beds at night. They command. The dominions stand tall in radiant authority. With calm voices, they direct the movements of countless lower angels. No chaos exists in heaven's armies, for the dominions ensure order flows like light from the throne. The virtues burn with quiet power. When miracles unfold on earth, when strength fills the weak, when healing defies expectation, it is often through their divine commission. They carry heaven's force like rivers of light. And then there are the powers. Clad in spiritual armor, they move toward darkness, not away from it. Where evil attempts to advance, the powers stand as warriors, unseen shields in battles humanity never realizes are being fought. One night, as fear spread across a troubled land, a dominion released command. A virtue descended with strength for the faithful. And in the unseen realm, a power drew its sword against rising darkness. They are not praised by humans. They are not seen in paintings as often. But when heaven moves with authority, the second sphere has already answered. Silent, ordered, unshaken. First sphere, closest to God. Before sound was carried to earth, before angels were sent to nations, there was the first sphere, nearest to the blazing glory of God. The Seraphim burned like living flames. 6 wings moved in rhythm with eternity. Their voices thundered through heaven. Holy, holy, holy. They did not rest. They did not turn away. They burned, not with destruction, but with pure worship. Beside them stood the cherubim, not gentle figures of art, but vast beings of wisdom and sight. They guarded the divine glory. Nothing impure could cross where they stood. Their presence carried knowledge deeper than oceans and older than stars. And beneath the radiance moved the thrones, massive, steady, unshaken. They reflected the justice and authority of God. Through them, divine judgment flowed, perfect, righteous, unquestionable. One moment in heaven felt like eternity on earth. A seraphim's cry filled the throne room. A cherubim's wings shielded sacred glory. A throne stood firm as divine will moved outward into creation. They do not descend often, they do not walk among humans, for they remain where glory is strongest, closest to the presence. And in that blazing light they endure, burning, guarding, upholding, forever before the King.